What I'll do is I'll demonstrate while I'm playing, and I'm pretty sure that I should be able to screen share. Yes, just do one of my favorite country songs, and I'll play my most advanced technique that I'm going to teach tonight on that. And this is a Cool Clear Water. Here we go. The day I face the barren waste without a taste of water, cool water. Oh, Dan and I, with throats burn dry, souls that cry for water. Cool, clear water. The nights are cool and I'm a fool. Each star's a pool of water. Cool water. And when the dawn awake and yawn, carry on to water. Cool, clear water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's the devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Say, Dan, can't you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting for you and me? And water, cool, clear water. The shadows sway and seem to say, tonight's we pray for water, cool water. And way up there you hear our prayer, show us where there's water. Cool, clear water. End with a big G strum there. So that's demonstrating. I demonstrated a couple of the skills that we're going to talk about. They're subtle. And the other, I will just quickly say, first of all, I am on YouTube as the Ukulele Fool, foolishly believing that ukuleles can change the world. And I'm foolishly out there spreading the ukulele love. My whole goal is to empower people so that they can not only perform, but they can lead others and they can teach. So I encourage you, if you want to teach any of these techniques that I show you here tonight, be my guest. I love it when you credit me too. You say, "Oh, I learned this from Lisa, the Ukulele Fool." So that's me spreading the ukulele love. Yes, I have a Patreon site, and I just topped 400 patrons. I'm so excited about that. I have over 500 people that have membership, but these are paying patrons. The over 400. It's $3 a month. You get access to all my chord charts, and I think my chord charts have been getting better each year in being very descriptive. I'm an academic, and so, I want you to have a piece of paper in your hand so that when you can go away, you're empowered to be able to do what I taught you. So that's, I can't hold your hand the whole way through, so that is the whole thing. $3, $6 gets you a group lesson a month, and $9 gets you 2 group lessons a month. And I have 2 categories, advanced songs and more learner skills. Okay, let me show you what we're going to do. Let's first just learn a little bit of a song. You might not know it. This came from Joe versus the Volcano, and Tom Hanks sang it while he was on a raft created of luggage with Meg Ryan, and he played a ukulele. And we'll just do the chorus of this, and I'm just going to keep it a really, just a down, down, up strum. Kick-y-o-ki-o, cowboy. Kick-y-o-ki-o-hoo. Kick-y-o-ki-o, cowboy, 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 under the moon. And it keeps going on like that, but I thought we'd just deal with the chorus. 2 chords, keep it nice and simple. Now, the first strum that I'm going to show you with, we're going to show you what it isn't, but what it's close to. So you should be able to see there. Is it big enough for folks to see? A 2-beat strum. Now, I come from a classical music tradition, and a 2-beat strum is 1, 2 things, 1, 2 things, 1, 2 things, 1, 2 things. J.S. Bach and Mozart would be very proud of me. I'm playing that so nice and evenly and accurately. But we're going to take that 2-beat strum, and we are going to, let's see if I can switch the picture here. We are going to use our words, and again, is that big enough for folks to see? Did it follow to the bum diddy strum? We're going to take that 2-beat strum, and we are going to swing it. So and you can use your words to help you. Bum diddy, bum diddy, bum diddy, bum diddy. I'm doing 2 techniques to the 2-beat strum to make it sound different. The first technique that I'm doing is the, and did it follow to the equal and swung picture? The first thing that I'm doing is on the ditty, you can play it perfectly equal, which, by saying ditty, but I am making the di almost 2/3 to a third to the T. So it's, so the down up part, I'm doing it on an F, ditty, 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 and then ditty, 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 ditty. Come on, join me. I'm on an F. Ditty, 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 ditty. So not only are these not equal, the di is got more than the T, I'm also putting more weight into my strum. Let me stop sharing and show you what I mean. And I'm going to put it on speaker view. You could put it on speaker view and you get to see my instrument up close. But I'm putting, there's just, my hand just gives it a little bit more weight, or an accent is what we call it in hoity-toity classical terms. So I'm putting much more sound, and I'm almost just doing a brush up. And I'm actually brushing up with my thumb. I don't know if you can see that. So just keeping that di louder and doing that by a little bit more weight, a little bit more oomph in your strum, and then also making it just a little bit longer. Let me go back to gallery so I can see people. And so saying the bum diddy helps you, and your words can help you construct meaning for it. It's just, you imagine all the kinds of pots and pans you have. Some of them you've got names for, right? Well, if we're giving names to our pots and pans here, our strums, and putting words to it, we're more likely to remember it, and our brain can help us more make that connection between what our head understands so that our hand will understand it too. So just diddy. Now let me go back on speaker view here for anybody that's watching it on replay, and then if you want to put it on speaker view, the other thing I'm doing, and it's subtle, I am just hitting the top 2 strings for the bum. The bum is just, he's really lazy and he is not going all the way down. He's a bum. He's just, I think of it as just bouncing. Now I've got a low G here. So bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy. And it kind of gets that feeling of a horse loping along. Ba-da-bum, 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 ba-da. I hope you're playing it on your ukulele and joining me. Bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bounce, diddy, bounce, diddy, bounce, diddy, bounce. So I first learned about this strum from Pete McCarty in Memphis. He came to Nashville, Indiana, where I went to a ukulele festival, and he called it the cowboy strum. So I started calling it the cowboy strum, but then I realized that the bum ditty had better words for our brains, because you can't be just saying cowboy strum. It didn't quite fit, but bum ditty is a perfect fit to get it into kind of that feeling, and also thinking about a horse loping along, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. So let's go back to the cowboy song, and let's just try that Kikio cowboy with the bum ditty strum. And I recognize that this is all a process. You might kind of sort of get it today. Some of you might have totally got it because you may have heard me talk about it before, or maybe you heard somebody else, or you just did it naturally. But this is new to you. It may take a while. Let's do 4 bum ditties to get us in, and then we'll put a single down strum before we start singing. So 1, 2, and here we go. Bum ditty 2, the 3 ditty 4 ditty down. Kikio cowboy. Kikio hoo. Kikio cowboy, 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 under the moon. And you could keep doing that throughout the whole song, and you would have a more stylistic, accurate sound. You made your strum more cowboy, and hopefully it made it more fun for you too. Before I move on to our second of 3 strum choices, any questions on the bum ditty?
Hey Lisa, I have one.
Yes.
Are any of these screens available PDF files to the people?
I can certainly make this one available. This is not a great chord chart. This is one of the first chord charts I ever did. But when we're done here, I can put it in the chat, and then people can download that. And then patrons, if you look up the cowboy song, you have that. And I see a lot of my patrons here, so thank you so very much. Could not do it without you. Any other questions? I love questions. I have yet to hear a question where I'm going like, huh? What?
Well, I'll take a chance and ask you one more.
Okay. No, don't take a chance.
Can you alternate strings with that boom ditty from the G to the A or C?
The strum is a little less accurate on that, but we'll talk about the last thing we'll talk about an alternating strum. So that is coming. So I wouldn't recommend it with the strum though, but that's coming up. Oh, hi, and Lita's here, and I see all other people that have joined us, like Keith and Gail that I know, and Jeannie's here, and Mark and Charlotte, Francis, Chris. It's so good to see people that I know, and we've even got Suzanne. She's in the same town. Suzanne and Betty and I are all in the same town, sorta close. And let's go on to the next step. My next step is taking that bum ditty styling and really messing with our hand. This is what I call a pick and flick. This is what it looks like. I believe that it's better to eat the frog first. And although the G string is an easier target, make your first target C. It may be frustrating in the beginning, but you'll be glad you did. So it's picking your C string. It sounds like this. I will show you up close and personal what that is. The only strum is happening on 2. And I have to do it a kind of a unique way. So let me go back to the speaker view, and you can put it on speaker view if you want to see me up bigger. So let's keep it on the F here. And so I am picking my C, picking C. And then in order to make the strum, I have to use, let's see if I can get my camera. I use my index finger, and it's kind of like a trigger. And so I'm going pick, down, pick, down. And I have to curl this finger up to get it up over the G string. And then on the up, let's see if I can get, so I'm not having to stand on my tippy toes. Then on the up, I am just not doing a strum. I'm picking with my index finger my A string. So I'm going pick, down, up, bum, diddy. Still keeping that rhythm. Bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy, bum, diddy. And because, let me check in before I've got complicate things any further. Anybody have questions about the mechanics of what I've just talked about? I realize that understanding is one thing, but getting it all processed is another. Yes, Mary.
Lisa, you're doing the F chord.
Yeah.
And you're doing that with the C string, C and A. Now, do you have to change the C and A when you do different chords?
I was going to muck up the works with that. I would say that if songs are, well, first, my big overarching thing is wait till you learn the more advanced one, and then it doesn't matter.
Okay, good.
But I was going to show you that this is in the key of F.
Okay.
F and C. So playing a C, which is a very important note in the F. It's in the F chord. It's the 5th chord. It's the only 2 chords are F and C. So picking the C in the key of F is a great choice. Picking the C in the key of C is a great choice. But when we go to G, maybe not the best choice. So we're going to do them both. And shall we practice that pick and flick together before we start putting it on a song? Let's just let's have a little 2 minutes of playing along. And would you like me to lead you, or would you rather just like to noodle and try it yourself? Let's see. Point at your camera if you want me to do it, and then do spaghetti fingers if you want me to noodle. Oh, I see. Okay, people are saying me. So I will do it nice and slowly, and I will put myself back up on speaker view, and let's see, get the best angle. I think that's it. So here we go, and I'll go nice and slowly. 1, 2, here we go. It's pick, down, flick, pick. Oops, I played on a C. Sorry, I'll play back on the F. My bad. 1, 2, here we go. C, down, up, C, down, pick, down, flick, bum, 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 bum. I see some people dropping out, so I'm going to slow it down even more. 1, 2, I'll keep it even slower. Pick, down, up, pick, down, down, up, pick, 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 down, up, pick. I'm gently speeding it up. Bum, ba, bum, body, bum, diddy, 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 bum. And I'm going to stop there because your F chord hand is probably going like, ow, I don't usually hold an F chord that long. Gay, do you have a question?
Yes, you're strumming closer to the sound hole?
That's a very good observation. Yes, because in order to fit my thumb, I need to get my thumb out of the way of my fretboard. And I have a fretboard that goes all the way to my sound hole, so yes. Not so much on the flick, but it's still close to my sound hole. So yes, with most finger picking, you have to move closer to the sound hole so that there's room for your fingers to work. Good question. Thank you for asking that. Other questions? Okay. Not seeing anybody unmuting. Of course, could be people are still trying. Let's go back to the cowboy song. And let's just slowly give that keikio. Nice thing we don't, we only have a few words and just 2 chords. Let's do 4 bum diddy or 4 pick and flicks on with the C to get in. So 1, 2, here we go. Pick, flick and pick, flick and 3, pick and 4, pick and down. Keikio cowboy. Keikio, Keikio, cowboy, 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 under the moon. And I was a bad girl. I started alternating between my C and G. Let's do that again, just to get it, and then we're going to change it up from here. 1, 2, here we go. Pick, flick, and pick, flick, and 3, and a 4, and a down. Keikio, cowboy. Keikio, Keikio, cowboy, 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 under the moon. So I think that pick and flick adds a lot more of that country western kind of style. Guitarists do this all the time. But you can do the G. And so when I have the graphic for it, the only thing that changes is this here, pick the G. And it's actually, I think G is an easier target to find, and but I just believe sometimes in doing the harder one first, because then the other one will just fall right into place. So picking the G, but if you disagree with me, please feel free to start out with the G. You don't have to follow my recommendation. So pick the G, flick the A. The C just gets part of the strum then. So what I recommend doing this with, let me get my song up, when you've got a song that is in the key of G. So here we got some good Hank Williams Sr. here. And let's try I got ahead of myself. Let me not do the chord chart. Let's just practice the C or G. Give give that girl talking lessons, I swear. Okay, so doing the G instead of the C. And again, I love a low G on it. Probably it's a closet guitar player there. So 1, 2, here we go. It's G and G, pick and G, down, up, pick, down, up, G, down, up. And I'm probably going too fast. I'll do G, down, up, G, down, up, B, down, pick G, down, up, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba, ba, boom. So just giving you a little flavor of what it's like on the G. How many people found the G was easier? Several people. Okay. So I will try to go. I will go back to jambalaya, and I will keep the tempo. Not a jambalaya crawfish pie. We won't go that fast. Well, let's see if I can tame it down. So we do a really relaxed version. So let's do 4. We're just going to do the chorus. Do 4 G pick and flicks and then a down strum. And we'll get in jambalaya. So 1, 2, here we go. G, G, 3, 4, and a down. Jambalaya and a crawfish pie. Filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of me. Pick guitar, feel fruit jar, and be gay. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. So that's a great opportunity just to use the G. And as it was hinted at, let me just quick check in, make sure there's any questions before I move on to the next thing. Yes, Barb.
You're using low G. Does it matter if I'm using? I have a high G.
It works with a high G. I when I first learned this, I didn't have a low G, and I did it with a high G. So it works. My personal preference is a low G, and again, because it's probably that closet guitar player that I just won't, I won't admit enough to go down and pull out my guitar for. So
yeah, I have one that has a low G, but I just have my high G with me right now.
Yeah. So what I love to do, what I do find myself doing, even when I promise myself I'm going to be good and just pick one string, I wind up picking both. And so it looks like this. So I pick the G first usually, but it depends on what key I'm in. If I'm in the key of C, I might swap this around and pick C first. In fact, more than likely that I do. And sometimes I find myself, because I've been doing music for so very long, I started teaching elementary music in 1983. So if I had said 2003, it'd been a long time. Well, no, 83 is when I started, and I taught general music, and so I've been at this for a long time. So depending on what key I am will determine whether or not I pick G and C, and it has to do with my understanding of theory and the way songs are constructed. But most ears are not going to go like, oh my goodness, they should have started with the C string first. People aren't going to hear that. So don't worry about it, but keep some general rules. If you're in the key of D, picking G first is good. Key of G, pick G first. Key of C, pick C and A, and the other ones, oh well. It's anybody's. So this is what it sound. I'll show you what it looks like. If you want to put it on speaker again, you'll have an up close view. I'm going to do it on. I'll go back to my F, and so picking the G first, so just so you can hear that, because you'll get an A here on this string. I messed up, it's okay. So just alternating between those two strings and doing the pick and flick. And so, but Long Beach Lou is here. Used to be Boston, right? Okay, so if we look at jambalaya again and do the alternating, give it a try. I remember what I sounded like when I first tried it. It was I kept making mistakes. So I've been there, I've done it, but just give it a try. Because if you don't try, it probably won't happen. So 1, 2, here we go. G, C, G, C, G, C, and G. Jambalaya and a crawfish pie, filet gumbo. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna see my share of meal. Pick guitar, fill fruit jar, and Miguel. Son of my car, we'll have big fun on the bayou. So that's what it sounds like when you're rotating back and forth. So just, those are 3 ways, 4 technically if you're looking at pick C and pick G, the pick and flick on that as 2 independent things. Those are 3 to 4 ways, however you're looking at it, to make more of that lopey guitar, horseback riding sound that goes so well with country and western. Just so my advice to you is start with the bum ditty. If all this is new to you, start with the bum ditty. Get the rhythm down of that bum ditty, because that is the basis of all of this. And then experiment around with the pick and flick. I will put, I assume that you guys are going to go on and do some jamming. I will put all my visuals into a PDF, and I will put Clear Cool Water that I started out with, Jambalaya, and the Cowboy Song all into the chat, so you have those chord charts. Any questions before I conclude the teaching portion of what I'm doing? Yes, Charlotte.
Would you put that graphic up there, the first one, the pick and the flip?
The first pick and flick?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's see if I can get it to cooperate. And there it is.
Okay, so it's P, and that's number 1, and then down is number 2, and flick.
Yeah. So if that's helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And again, I'll put them into a PDF and share them in the chat. Any other questions?
I just
And
wanted to
those that are
say that I'm
paper-
really enjoying it.
Oh, good. Thank you. That was April, right?
Yes. I've
Oh,
never done
good.
it. So yes, I love it.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Thank you.
And Lisa,
Yes, Mary.
It's so weird because I said to folks on another Zoom, I'm really trying to strum and pick at the same time, and this was perfect for me because I was trying to figure out what to do with some of my songs, strumming and picking, and I was making it much harder than what you did. So this is perfect.
Yeah, and I think it's really important. Another cowboy technique. I think it's you almost think of your hand as being like a little toy gun. Any other questions or comments before I hand the reins back to our competent hosts?
Oh, I got to say one more thing.
Sure.
When you were doing the jambalaya, I also tried it with the C and the A, and it sounded really good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, because whenever you're playing the D,
Yeah?
you're going to have a D. Your C string's going to sound as a D,
Okay, yeah.
and
Because I have a high G, so it sounded good with the C and the A.
yeah,
Because the low G does sound really good.
yeah, it does. Okay.
Well, Lisa, we sure appreciate all the informative, educational material you presented us tonight. I don't know whether I can learn all of it. Tonight, I'm going to go back and watch the video when we post it in our Facebook group.
All right. Yeah, I threw workshop style. I threw a lot at you, knowing that some people probably know how to do the bum ditty. So the pick and flick might be, and how many people already knew how to do the pick and flick? A few
I
of
might
them,
have done
right?
it, but it's by accident.
Yeah. And so then, and so there's the picking the one string and alternating between the two. So I know we've got lots of different levels here. So trying to help everybody on their ukulele journey. All right, I'm going to quick dive in, and I'll be muted, and I'll still be here getting those materials ready to put in the chat.